My darling daughter, I had a story from a pastor that I wish to share with you, and I hope it guides you as you grow up to be a great person in this world. A pastor told the story of a young girl who frequented his church. He had seen her grow up. Her parents were also members of his church. So she finished campus and came for prayer. Her prayer was to land a good job and live a good life. So the pastor told her and the congregations to be very specific about what it is they want as they pray. Be specific. Go to God like you're going to your father and specify what it is that you would like. So, and he was very categorical. Say everything that you want, even if it's a car, a house. God is your father and will provide for you. So this young lady said, I want to land a good job that can be able to fund the life that I want to live. I want to live in a good apartment in a nice neighborhood. For example, a two-bedroom apartment in a neighborhood like Kileleshwa and drive a good car like a CX-5 in wine red, make my hair, make my nails, be able to go for dinner, be able to travel, be able to give back to the community that raised me. So she was specific in that way that that is the life that she wanted to live. And the pastor was right. Be specific with what it is that you want in this life. And he kept saying that sermon over and over and over again. When you go to God like your father, with no fear, with no worry, and know that God listens. Even when the answer is no, ask for what else, then what else should be there. So she was very specific. She wanted a good life. She wanted to live in a lovely neighborhood. She wanted to drive a good car. She wanted money to make her nails, her hair, travel, give back to her community, give back to her parents who have helped her until she finished campus. But the pastor kept saying, be very specific and be very deliberate in everything that you pray for. A few months later, she came back with great news. As she was giving her testimony, she said she landed an amazing job in a certain organization, and there she was going to earn the salary that she had envisioned in her mind, and everyone was happy, everyone was clapping, and she would live the life that she always envisioned in her heart. After about a year, the pastor started to notice that she was missing church. She wasn't going to church. She wasn't, even when she came to church, she would leave very early and not even be able to communicate with anyone. She was no longer doing youth groups or anything like that. She was just falling out of church. Growing worried because he had seen this lovely girl grow up in his church, he got worried. He tried to communicate with her. He tried to get her to come to church and meet up after church and be able to talk and see how she's progressing with her career. And it was not fruitful. So the pastor decided he had to find out what was going on. He grew really worried. What was going on? One day he just made it deliberate to call her with a different number. She picked up, they got to talk and arranged for them to meet and have a discussion. And that is when he found out. Despite the job paying her so well, the environment she was working in was so toxic to the point that the general manager of that organization was going to destroy her life. He was actively pursuing her. Despite being a married man, she tried to resist, and that turned her whole world upside down. And now the work environment had become completely toxic. She says on this day that the pastor used a different number to call her. That day, she just wanted to end it all. She was tired. She didn't see a way out. She didn't want to complain because she was earning so well, but she didn't see a way out. It was either she just leaves the world and just goes. She's done. She's gone. But the pastor told her, no, you're not going to do so. You're going to resign. We're going to find you something small to do for now as we now go back to the word and be specific about what it is that we want with our future. despite apart from having a successful job, having a job that is earning you all this money, having a job that is bringing you the lifestyle that you want, we should also add a healthy, happy, growing, and developing environment to work. A place that builds you, a place that blesses your soul, a place that fulfills your spiritual needs, that fulfills you as a human being, a place you feel proud to go to work each day. Again, he came back to the same sermon. Go to God like you're going to your father. Say, I want to live the life. I want to earn the money, but I also want the spiritual part of it. I want a safe place to work, a place that is good for my mental health, a place that is good for my overall health, a place that will help me develop, a place that will help me grow, a place that will help my family, the place that will make me an even better person. My daughter, as we pray, as we continue believing in God in every step of the way, learn to be very specific about what it is you're praying to God for. Be it your health, be it your finances, be it your relationships, be it emotional, be it physical, be it mental. Be very specific with your prayers. Specificity helps define everything that it is you want